Hello, we're going to frankslideinterpretivecentre, where we're going to find out what happened on April 29, 1903. So come on, join us.
Welcome to the Frankslide Interpretive Center. So that's Turtle Mountain. Some years ago in 1903, a part of that mountain fell down and crumbling and trapped the mining camp. Unfortunately, people died along with their children, stables, and the mining area.
Oh, it's a dinosaur? T-Rex?
To see a movie called Shadows of the Mountain. After that, we're going to see the story in Frankslide.
Okay, let's go.
How many microns have you moved, Glenda?
55. It's
You're
going
moving
down.
mountains.
It's going down.
Next one,
I'll try.
move the mountain. Who's that man in the Bible? Are you Samson?
That hurt.
Okay, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Stop.
Stomp your feet. Oh, you're too light. Yeah.
Maybe that's how they measure earthquakes also.
Probably.
So Turtle Mountain is really moving because slight movements causes sensitivities in the monitor.
Yeah, but how can the First Nation people tell that this is unstable. They don't have any technology yet.
No, that's what is great in them. They have oral stories passed down by their old folks, ancestors.
And I'll start.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we used this technology beforehand up till 2015, and it's great because you can really see the cracks and the movements that it's making on these monitors. So if you were to make a step, it picks it up, and even these tiny little steps, like this, you can see is getting picked up. And even when the trains were going by, it could pick something like that up as well. So something that's even off the step. So they're very, very sensitive. But now we have this camera, it uses InSAR. And this is the picture of the camera here. And so this can show us down to a fraction of a millimeter what's happening on the mountain. So as soon as the leaves start to grow on the trees, you can see that. And by being able to see such a small movement, we can see what rocks are moving towards us, what's rolling away, what cracks are getting wider and further spread apart. And it can also show us what's even sinking down into old mining chambers. So by being able to see these small movements, not only can we see them, but we know exactly where they're coming from, which is huge. So that way it really shows us the difference between the North Peak and the South Peak. So this is the North Peak here. It's expected to come down in more individual spires, and the South Peak is expected to come down in a similar manner to the rock slide outside, but it'll be about 1/10 of the size, so around 14 million tons.
So where's this Lisa mobile installed?
So this is installed in the cemetery that's just on the other side of the rock slide there.
Ah.
Yeah, it has a blue building, and you can see the camera is on top of the building, and it just scans every 8.5 minutes. Now this information, it used to get sent here to the building, but now it gets sent to a company in Italy where they monitor the mountains there and also here. And the reason, even though our mountain doesn't move very much, we're talking about millimeters, centimeters at the most, where they're monitoring some mountains in Italy that can move as much as a meter. So for us, we're looking at very, very little movement, but because of the destruction it's had in the past and the amount of people that are in potentially the new path of destruction, that is why we monitor it daily.
Daily?
Daily, yeah. So every 8.5 minutes it's scanning. And this really shows us, these are different projections of how far that new rock is going to travel. And so you can see that it does overlap with the old rock slide here a bit, but it is expected to take on its new path. So there is an area where it will cover where there's lots of recreational grounds, there's still people that live beneath the slide, the railway, the highway, so there's still many reasons, and it's for those people why we're monitoring that.
So right now we're on the east side.
Yes, so now we're on the northeast side of the highway.
So the next would be south and north.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and then you can see here, one of the projections is maybe going to include Bellevue and a little bit of Hillcrest mines as well.
So you have somebody working, looking at the monitor just to check, or?
Yeah, this company in Italy is monitoring it for us, so that way if we're all on vacation and we get the message, no worries. There'll still be someone watching.
So there's nobody watching the movement here in Canada?
No, just the company that's in Italy, and then they send the information to us, and they're connected, so that way it connects everybody, the rail line, the municipality, federal government, of course. Yeah, so there's many people that will be involved in the Emergency Act if need be, but
how do they communicate? Like they're gonna send an email? Or?
I'm pretty sure, but that is a good question. I'm not 100% sure. I'll ask the senior staff so I can let you know for sure. Because as far as I understand, exactly, you want it to be a quick message.
Yeah.
At least we're not dealing with dial-up anymore.
Yeah. Because if they're sending an email, it's like
get off the phone.
Get on the phone. Something's going on in the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining.
Before they used to carry around like emergency radios on their persons, and they had a team of people, right, walking around with their radios, waiting for it to come down. But then after doing all the studying and the research, they realized we have a bit of time before it comes down. We don't all have to wear emergency radios. This is something that can be monitored remotely. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
good to know.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to send an email. I was like, ding.
Oh no, I put in the email wrong. Could you imagine? But yeah, if you guys hang on, I will.
So there is such thing as a moving mountain, just like Turtle Mountain, which is a mountain made out of a foam.
So would you hike this mountain?
Sure. Well, we cannot live in the dark pass, so we'll move on.
To form new mountain ranges that spread across eastern British Columbia into western Alberta. This mountain building pressure reached Crowsnestpass about 75 million years ago.
This is the part of the center where they've shown the aftermath of the event that happened in the morning of April 29, 1903.
You should check out this frankslideinterpretivecentre. It's worth it for $50. This movie explains the mining history and of course what happened in frankslide, and you get to have very knowledgeable staff. Kudos to
Felicia
and Grace. You can ask them anything and they're going to show you more. You ask for more facts and photos and archives.
All right, let's go. Focus your gourmet.
Look at that. Having mushroom burger on cheese bagel, macaroni, and carrots.
I don't know what I can.
Same.
So we're going to have a lunch muna.
Celebrate.
See you later.